Looks like somehow my mic got muted. That was weird. Wonder how that happens. Okay, well, it seems to be working now. Okay, need more MP. Yeah, I think magic skills will be more effective out here. Yeah, we're gonna get a bad turn boost soon anyway. Let's go ahead and use Meteor. There we go. No, why are you targeting her? Target the bear. Invisible enemies, huh? Oh, okay, the specters. Okay, they're using final hit, so I want to lure them out of that area and take them down one at a time, I think. Do a quick healing. I have all these XP pots I should use too. Okay, last one here is a siren. Okay, that takes care of the sheep problem. Now there are 2 more of these fighters in training. Let's just meteor this guy. Oh cool, we finished collecting points on the Shadow Commander transformation. And we have 1 point on Banshee now, too. Okay, we're finished collecting the Banshee transformation. I think we usually have to go to Pika for her. So it's convenient being able to take her down here. Okay, let's charge this to full. This is the 4-player Grandmaster mission, and I'm doing it for archery. Oh crap. Oh, there's one more enemy left. Okay. Well, good thing I have Meteor. How much of his health did I take out? Only a small portion. It helps to have some revive balloons on hand. Okay, before we charge in, let's heal up. There we go. And we'll get a little bit of extra protection from the dog. Oh wait, that one's not done recovering yet. Okay, we got about half his health down. Only one salamander there. Oh, I need more MP. Okay, we need to get to a safe distance. And done. And when can this character rebirth anyway? Not for a little while longer. Okay. What are the daily shadow missions? Battle for Tailton, an enemy behind. For archery, I need 6 more. And I've already technically finished them. Everything I need for Bard and Mage. I just need to get the gold to pay for the certificates. So we'll do the enemy behind on hard mode, and I do better at this one using a shuriken, so let's go ahead and equip that. How much durability is that? 5? Okay, Battle for Tailton 2. I'll do that one. I like that mission. I'll do that after we're done here. Any enemies up here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, over this way. And this is why I like using Ninja for this mission, because it's easy to keep the enemies, it's easy to get the enemies in the circle with Shadowbind. Wait, that guy's not... Okay, there we go. Okay, next spot. And now look for the boss. And cleared. So that daily's done. And we'll switch back to our Knuckles for Battle for Tailton 2. And head to the Druid's house, Moongate. Perfect. Okay, so that daily shadow mission is done. And we don't need the stall bag summoned right now. So we can go ahead and cancel that, open the bag. What's the gathering mission? Oh right, we never finished gathering ore. Yeah, forget that one. Okay, so we'll do the hot air balloon daily next, and we'll put archery to the test and see how good it is. I want to see how well archery will do here. I think Belita gives the daily, right? And you have the hot air balloon stuff too? Or is that someone else? No, she's more of the healer, okay. And then Kelpie has that supplies. Get some flint just in case. So let's see where all the wyverns are hiding at. Okay, here's a couple. So we'll land here. Okay, we're done. So now we can land. So what's the daily trade mission for today? Give 6,000 ducats to the Commerce Imp in Belfast. Alright. So I guess we'll head to Belfast next then. Actually, we'll use the elephant this time. So, I want one of my partners out instead. Oh, and thanks for the raid, whoever gave me the raid. I don't know what that name is in, I'm guessing, Korean maybe? But thank you. Oh, okay, Taiwan. Yeah, it does look a little bit like, I guess it does look a little bit more like Taiwan. I played an MMO on a Taiwan server a long time ago, but I mean, I used an English patch to play that. So that's how I can, like, if I kind of look at it long enough, I can kind of, like, identify some of the characters, but... Okay, and here's Port Cobb. And speaking of different languages, is anyone else excited for the live stream on Friday? There's going to be an official live stream on Friday where they're going to be watching the like a live stream in Korea about Mabi updates. I'm kind of excited to see what that's going to be about. Okay, we have about 2 minutes left before the ship departs. Yeah, I guess RC is gonna have a translator with her to like translate what they're talking about. Yeah, I like the idea of live streams like this. It really shows that there's a lot of effort being made to keep an open communication between like the players and and like the devs in Korea. So if this is like some new way for Korea to try and keep us more in the loop, I'm all for it. Okay, about 2 minutes before we arrive at Belvast. Yeah, because it's like we already know a lot of the things that go on the Korean site anyway, because we do have a small handful of players that actually check out the Korean site and like post information about their updates and gachas and stuff in the NA forums anyway. But I like the idea of Korea being more open about it because it creates like a level of trust. Because like I think one reason why some players are paranoid about keeping an eye on the Korean site is partly because there's a trust issue. Like I don't think we fully trust them all the time because there have been like bad decisions that have been made for the NA community in the past that has created like that gap. So if they're willing to like actually communicate with us more openly and do things like this instead of us having to dig for the information and keeping an eye on them, I'm 100% for that. I think it's great if things are improving between if our like communication with Korea is improving for like updates and stuff. Okay, let's sell this stuff here. And maybe I should work on my Belvast rating, or should I go somewhere else to do commerce? What's the Belvast rating at? 7? And almost level 8? No, what I should do is I should go to Dumbarton, because that's like really close to level 8. Yeah, let's go there. Yeah, it definitely feels like in the last, like, 3 to 5 years, the communication has gotten a lot better. I like reading and seeing the producers' letters that get posted on the main site and hearing about what they have planned for the first and second half of the year. And they've made some cash shop changes that we've wanted for a while. But yeah, depending on how this stream goes on Friday, it could go a long way to building more trust between the communities. Let's go ahead and sell these in Veils. And like there have just been little things like in the past that has like created some that has like created like problems in the past. Like what's an example of it? Like one small example was about 2 years ago. We got like a Halloween event thing, like we always do, and when they released their Halloween gacha, they actually put like a item that was completely free in the game into the Halloween gacha that we got. So like, Korea got that item completely free from an event, and it was like slipped into our gachapon. And like that was a bad decision. Like it was noticed, it was pointed out by like 2 or 3 players on the NA forums, and it was just overall like it was overall just kind of like a really scummy business move to do that. And there have just been like really small things like that where like sometimes we don't get what like Korea gets, and sometimes it just doesn't feel like the updates that we get are as good or as fair. So like that's one small example of like why I don't completely trust them, like why I keep an eye on the Korean site for like updates and stuff, because you know we all want to make sure that we're getting what we're supposed to be getting and not just something that's meant to leech off our wallets. Yeah, I think they've definitely become like a lot more aware of like. I think they've become aware that we know when they treat us like crap and when they don't. Because we're very vocal about it on the forums. Usually whenever something big happens to rip off the NA players, and we know it was like a decision made by Nexon KR, like we post about it a lot. So it's made very public in the NA community at least. We got 3 minutes before we can go to Vales. How much is that stuff selling for Amphilia? Oh, it's selling for more Amphilia. Let's see if we can get on that ship instead. Another big wake-up call for them might have been that Mabinogi was just overall failing in general at one point. Like, there was a time when they probably had to ask themselves, do we want to let this game die, or do we actually want to put the resources into fixing it? And they decided to fix it, which was the right move. But, like, I think, like, overall, Mabinogi has just been slowly declining. Like, even the other versions of the game. I have heard rumors that even the Korean version of the game is losing a few players here and there. So that may have helped them make the decision to just start listening to the players and make the game better. Yeah, that's good. The engine definitely needs some improvements. Yeah, Mabinogi is the kind of game where, like, the player base is... Since the player base is smaller, if they make a really bad decision, then all of us will just leave and the game would die. So it's kind of a little bit of a game of tug and war between the players and the developers. And like MapleStory 2 is a good example of a game that actually kind of fell fast because Nexon didn't listen. Like, MapleStory 2 came out and like it was good for about 2 months, and then they started putting in all these scummy business decisions and making everything, you know, cash shop this, cash shop that, and they weren't fixing any of the big issues, and the community just died. And by the time they started listening to the players, it was already too late. Like, that game was getting ready to announce its shutdown date. So they really screwed up with that game. But like with Mabinogi, I think they know that like there's a limit how far they can push like the players. Like we have like a loyal community, and that's why we're like still here. But like there's still like a limit to how far they can like push the NA players before anything happens. Okay, about 3.5 minutes before we depart for Port Conus. That's why I just wish Nexon would be like more open and honest with us, like, and why I support like the communication between the NA and the KR community improving, because like it's not like we're not willing to pay Nexon, you know, we're more than willing to pay for like certain things and you know, support them as long as they do a good job and don't try and rip us off. Like, there have been multiple cash shop suggestions that have been really good. That and like, so they could still make enough money to keep the game going from us if they just keep, if they're just more, even if they're like more honest with us. I think they've done a good job, like, improving things to encourage new players to stay. Like, with the new blinded tutorial and everything, like, the game is definitely a lot more friendly than it used to be for welcoming new players. Whereas before, it was more of, there was no tutorial system in the past, and you were basically just thrown into the game with some cheap rags and some bread. But now you have like this entire tutorial system that teaches you how everything works, and that's really good. But yeah, they do need to find a way to encourage like endgame players to continue staying. One good update that recently came out in Korea was they've actually like made like a lot of improvements to the Tara jousting arena, and I know that there are a few players in the NA forums that are already excited about that. So I think just like little changes like that, taking a look at what the players want and like slowly improving those things. That's what's important for keeping like long-term players, like listening to the legitimate complaints about existing bugs and errors and what should be added to existing systems and like fixing them and making them better for everyone. Like that will help keep players long-term if we know old things that we like are getting improved and that they're actually listening and care enough to fix some of the problems that the game has. I think the time the game really started like improving is around the time we got the pet update. That's about the time Mabinogi started changing for the better. At least the NA version. It seems like a lot of stuff started improving around then. And the pet update was a really good idea. It definitely helps improve pets and gets rid of a bunch of junk pets that we don't want anymore. When we got that update, we actually had Kyrios as our temporary CM, and he did an amazing job for our community. Like, he came into the community, he waited about 2 weeks, and like got to know the players, listened to their concerns, and then after that, a lot of small bugs for like instruments and a couple other things like got fixed. The update went really, really smoothly. It was a really good update. And that update went so smoothly because he was our temporary CM at the time. Because, like, he did all the right things. He came into the community, And before he started changing anything, he took time to like listen to the players and got to know them before making any changes or saying anything. And then after that, found out what was wrong with the game and fixed it. I think that's great. Like, I think that's what we need to see more of from, like, not just Mabinogi, but other MMOs in general. And RC is also doing an incredible job too. Like, I'm really happy that to have her as RCM. Like, she's doing a really good job in my opinion. Like, it really seems like she's taking the time to listen to what the players have to say. And makes sure to, like, keep an eye on the community. Because the thing is, like, a GM or a CM isn't gonna know what's best for the game if they don't know the community in the game to some extent. Because I think if you work for the game or you're working on the game, that doesn't exactly mean you're playing it all the time, so you may not actually be fully aware of, like, all of the problems that are actually going on with the players, with the community. Which is why keeping, like, open communication with, like, certain members of the community is important. No one knows the players' concerns better than the players themselves. Yeah, it's definitely the most important quality for, like, a CM to have. I mean, realistically, you're never going to be able to, like, please every player. There's always going to be, like, some player that's unhappy about something. That's just how it is. So, like, realistically, I definitely understand that there's a limit to how much can actually be done. But, like, you still have to keep an open ear in the community anyway. Because if you completely ignore your community most of the time, then you're just gonna have unhappy players. And it's just not gonna work out. So I get that it's, like, a really, really tough job to, like, find that right balance. But I really think that RC is doing a great job figuring out how to make that all work. Okay, we'll sell all this here. Dunbar merchant rating goes to level 8. Okay, we'll take this stuff to Vales. Yeah, that's why I think the Soul Streamers program was a good idea, because it's a good way for them to quickly get a general idea, like it lets them get the big picture of what's generally going on in the game from players that know what they're talking about. So they have like players in the community that actually understand what's going on and like what suggestions to make. To give them the big picture that they need. Let's see if we can find a bridge over here. I'm not seeing any bridges pop up. I guess we'll have to discover one. Yeah, and the other good thing about like a program like the Soul Streamers is like it doesn't cost Nex on anything. Like it's not like they have to do hardly anything to make it work. There are lots of skilled players that are more than happy to volunteer some of their free time to improve the community of the game. Okay, there's that bridge. Another good thing I've noticed since like RC became RCM is also that like she's not just keeping an eye on like the official forums or the Discord too. Like I've even noticed that she even responds a little bit in the Steam community as well for Mabinogi, whereas like before almost no one from the team ever really even bothered posting anything in the Steam community. Because really our, like the Mabby community for the NA version of the game is kind of divided among like 5 different social media sites. We have like a community on Discord, Reddit, Twitter, Steam. Like, Mabinogi players are kind of all over the place, but most of them, you only see like most of the posts in the Discord and the official forums. But there are a few players that have good opinions and good concerns in the Steam community, in the smaller communities of Mabinogi as well. And yeah, I think it's great that she's at least keeping an eye on them and listening to them too. Yeah, and I actually use Steam quite often, so like, I play Mabinogi through Steam too, which a lot of players don't do. So like, I like to check in with the Steam community a lot and see what's going on there. Like, usually when I'm checking for any kind of news about the NA stuff, I make sure to like check Steam, I check Discord, I check the official forums. Like, those are probably the top 3 places I go for information when something has suddenly come up. So I appreciate even Steam getting a little bit more attention. Okay, can we make that ice bridge now? Yeah, there we go. I mean, if I'm being honest, most of the time I check Steam for any information about Mabinogi, there usually isn't a lot of discussions going on. Like, you usually won't find anything that you don't already know. But there have been a couple of times when I've definitely like checked it and like heard some interesting opinions about something there. So, I mean, it is still worth like taking a look. Yeah, and the forums have basically become almost dead, but I still check the official forums quite frequently. I miss the days when the official forums were more active. Those were fun times. But yeah, I would say on average, I probably check the official forums for Mabinogi and the official site. I probably check those two places at least 5 times a day or more for, like, information. Yeah, I probably only post in the official forums maybe once or twice a week now, but I still check because, like, if there's new info about something, I want to know about it right away. I mean, the sooner I'm aware of new information about Mabinogi, the sooner I can like make a video about it, and then, like, that's good for the game, that's good for my YouTube channel. I mean, like, it works out for everyone. So I'm always trying to stay in the loop about Mabinogi stuff. I am Xanafied Cat Gaming on YouTube, and I have a link to my YouTube channel in my description box. Yeah, I make a lot of videos about, like, announcements and stuff. If there's, like, some new event starting or some big update that is coming out, I'll cover it. I mostly release Mabinogi related videos, I think like on Tuesdays and Wednesdays the most. Because usually when we get like an important like news post announcement, it's usually on a Tuesday at like 5 p.m. PST or PDT or whatever. So I always usually cover those posts that come out about 2 hours after I'm done streaming on Tuesdays. And then I also cover new gachas on Wednesdays. And I just released my Mabinogi live stream VODs over the weekend. Although I might put out a video on Friday or Saturday, depending on what information we get, like Friday. Like, I'm not sure what to expect from the live stream on Friday, but if there's any important topics that we need to discuss after that live stream, I will probably cover something on it, depending on what it is. Yeah, my Mabby Talk playlist has most of my discussions where I just like talk about subjects related to Mabinogi. That's like less game content and more like talking about like what's going on in Mabinogi and upcoming game content and stuff like that. Yeah, some of the new information in some of the posts can be confusing, so like even if I'm confused by like some of the new information that we're being given in a post, like I usually try and I guess a little bit. I'm like, well, I wonder what this could be. It could be about like this feature or that feature. This is what I think it is, you know? So give players something to think about. But yeah, there are definitely a lot of players that would just rather sit in front of their screen and watch a video and rather than like read like a massive post. So it's definitely good to have both options. Okay, we're gonna take this stuff to Quilla, and maybe we'll check to see how fast the boat is leaving to Sion. I don't know, probably just gonna drop it off at Quilla, then we're gonna talk about that gacha soon. Shortly after that, we'll just see what time it is when we get to Quilla. Yeah, 2 heads are definitely better than 1. Like, it is definitely better to make other players more aware of, like, the updates that are going on and like, have, like, large group discussions about them. It does make them a lot easier to understand. Let's see if we have any bridges up over here. Oh, there's one. We'll use this bridge. Yeah, I don't think I want to take the goods overseas. We'll sell things at Quilla. Oops, let's go around that guy. Almost back to the camp. Yeah, once we get past that bandit, we should be safe. Alright, safe area. Okay, and now we're going to go over the open ocean box gachapon. So I always go to Philia whenever I discuss gachapons. So we'll be previewing some of the outfits and stuff, so let's take off that balloon and these knuckles. Okay, and I will be right back in just a minute while I pull up the web page for it. Alright, so the open ocean box gachapon. So this gachapon came out on June 8th after the maintenance and is going on until Thursday, July 6th before the maintenance. And let's take a look at what's here. So they have some cool capes or coats. So there's the top sail Admiral of the open ocean coat, and this one is dyeable. So that's what that looks like. And then we have the other ones here. The Whitewater Admiral of the open ocean coat. So the one on the far left, the pink coral admiral of the open ocean coat, that one's in the center there. And then the red skies admiral of the open ocean coat, which is on the far right. And we have 4 different special outfits from this. So we have the Special Admiral of the Open Ocean dress uniform for male and female. The male one on the left, the female one on the right. And then we have these other 2 here. So the Special Admiral of the Open Ocean uniform for male and female. This one has a slightly different idle animation, and the uniforms look slightly different. And then there's also some outfits and accessories, so outfits without the idle animation, and then there's like the shoes, the gloves, and that sort of thing. And then we have 2 hat items, so we have the Admiral of the Open Ocean dress cap and Admiral of the Open Ocean cap. And 2 face accessories, so Open Ocean hairpiece and the Open Ocean sunglasses. And finally, there will be second titles that do a little bit more than just give 30 luck, so these second titles actually give some pretty cool effects. So the Whimsical Serenity second title gives a +10 music buff and a +13 music buff skill duration, and it gives 3% more movement speed. And the Whimsical Fury second title coupon gives 26 max damage and +3% critical and 1% movement speed. And the Whimsical Wisdom second title coupon gives 45 magic attack, magic casting speed +5%, and movement speed +3%. Since it seems like more players care about like things like movement speed, I'm assuming that the Whimsical Wisdom second title and the Whimsical Serenity second title will be more valuable than this one, since they give a 3% movement speed buff. That's kind of a big deal. And then we have some inner tubes and some raft chairs and some spirit liquors. So let's see. So spirit transformation liquor, blue morpho. That's what that looks like. And then spirit transformation liquor, azure lightning, which looks pretty cool. Okay, so here's the chairs, the surf hoverboard, and the spacious inflatable life raft. And we also have a homestead large aquarium. So there have been a lot of references to this gachapon. This gachapon almost feels like a One Piece gachapon because of the way the outfits and the coats look, and some people were saying, when this was shown off in the official live stream, some people were saying this was like a Kingdom Hearts gachapon because of the ice cream idle animation thing. So I think this gachapon does look pretty cool just because of the outfits. I do like the outfit, how the outfits look, just because like I'm a big One Piece fan in general, and they do kind of look like outfits that like the admirals in One Piece wear. So let's look at the items and the rates really quick. So you have the lowest chance for the second titles. That makes sense since they give like 3% movement speed. You have a 0.13% chance. Okay, you have a 0.11% chance for the dyeable coat, and you have a 0.13% chance for the rest of the coats. So here you can kind of see all the rates for the outfits, the coats, the titles, and then you can also see all the junk items that were put in this gacha as well, old stuff that is in here. Yeah, I liked how it did kind of look like One Piece a little bit. So this is one of those few gachapons that I'm actually going to play. So usually I just talk about gachapon and check their prices and see what the items are going for in the auction house. But before we do that part, I will actually be opening up 45 boxes on stream. I only open up gachapon on stream maybe once or twice a year. So this is one of those few times when we're actually going to do that. Alright, let's see what kind of luck we get. And then that way, if I have bad luck, you guys will know whether or not to avoid this. So we'll just do a fairly quick opening. What's the peaceful clutch? Oh, that's a weapon, so that's not like a bag or anything, so that's useless. So we'll just go through all of these really quick. Okay, there's one of the first new outfit pieces. So we got the Admiral of the Open Ocean boots for female. What does the second title do? It's not one of the new ones. When you set this as your second title, grants refining success rate plus 4%, blacksmithing success rate plus 4%, blacksmithing completeness plus 4%, and production success rate by 2%. Okay, so this is a good blacksmithing title. And then here's one of the hats, the Admiral of the Open Ocean dress cap. No, it's not one of the new ones. There are only like 3 new ones, and they give like movement speed buffs. Okay, we got 3 more boxes here. Oh, we did get one of the new spirit liquors, the Azure Lightning one. That's nice. Okay, 2 more. Okay, Regal Retreat Canopy Chair, that's old. Let's see what the last one is. Okay, here we go. What do we get? Diample set. So let's go through all 3 pages here, make sure I didn't miss anything. Most of this is old stuff. We didn't have too much good luck here. Oh wait, this let's pick out everything that we know is new. So this tropical cocktail weapon is new. This is a wand. We'll take that out. Anything that I know is new, I'll take out. I'm not sure about that one, so we'll leave it in there. That one might not be new. I think there were like 2 spirit transformation liquors, and I don't think that was one of them. Okay, none of the Regal Retreat stuff is new. Okay, the Admiral boots are new. And the cap. And the Azure Lightning. So we'll take that one out. Let's give it one more look just to make sure I got everything. Okay, I think that's all the new stuff. And every time you open this box, you get a untradeable golden experience fruit that gives you 300% EXP. So at least this gacha is good for getting AP. So we have 45 of those because we opened up 45 boxes. Okay, so now let's actually check the auction house and see like what some of the big items are and what they're worth. So we didn't get any of the coats. We'll check by checking the coats out first. So we'll start with the coat that's dyeable. The top sail Admiral of the Open Ocean coat. Okay, this one is going for 60 mil right now. And there's only 2 of them on sale. Both of them are the same price. So this is the one that is dyeable. And this is what it looks like. It looks really cool. I do like the way it looks. But 60 mil is really expensive. Okay, let's take a look at one of the other coats. How about the, white water? Admiral of the Open Ocean coat. Okay, so this coat basically looks exactly the same. The only difference is this one is not dyeable like the other one. But, I mean, like, I think if you're trying to go for that Admiral look like from One Piece, which is why a lot of people might be playing this gacha, then you're probably better off going after this one, because this one is still expensive, but it is a lot less. Like, it's only 45 mil. I do think that is still kind of expensive, but the other one's 60 mil, so this one is like 15 mil cheaper. And it doesn't really need any dye work to pull off a One Piece cosplay. So let's look at the pink coral Admiral Open Ocean coat next. Let's make the background a little bit darker. Wait, is that still white? Is the back of it still white, or is that like a pink? It's more like a pinkish white from the way it looks here. And then there's like the pink on the inside of it. So this one definitely also works if you're like going for like that kind of Admiral look from like One Piece. And this one is definitely way cheaper. This is 6 mil, 7 mil, 5 mil. So this one's a really good deal if you're looking to save gold. I mean, yeah, it does look kind of pinkish. I get that it wouldn't be like a perfect kind of costume piece for a cosplay like that, but if you don't have a lot of gold and you don't want to spend 45 to 60 mil, this is still a pretty good alternative. And realistically, most new wings and capes and coats or whatever that comes out, most of them usually go for like 10 mil and up. So this isn't a bad price range. And last, let's take a look at the Red Skies one. Okay, so here's the Red Skies Admiral coat. And this one is actually the cheapest one because it's going for 3.5 mil, 6 mil. I see why this one is going for the lowest price because it's not dyeable and it does not fit like a One Piece type theme at all. Like, I can definitely understand why like a lot of people wouldn't want to use this coat for a cosplay like that. So it's going for the cheapest price. But yeah, the Red Skies Admiral of the Open Ocean coat is the cheapest one on the market. I would still go for the pink one though if you really want to save gold though, because it's like close enough without like costing too much. Okay, next let's look at the outfits. So we'll have a look at the Special Admiral of the Open Ocean dress uniforms first for male and female. And then we'll have a look at the uniforms that... Then we'll look at the other uniforms. So let's see. Special Admiral... Okay, so let's look at the male Special Admiral of the Open Ocean dress uniform first. This one's going for 48 mil. Wow. That's actually a lot for a male outfit. I was expecting this to maybe go for... I was expecting this to maybe go for like 35 to 40 mil, but it is kind of up there. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And then there's the idle animation that goes with it. Let's change the background there. So if you did want this to fit like a One Piece type cosplay, you would need to dye like the coat part white at least, and maybe the pants black, but that wouldn't be a very big deal. And this part of the coat is like a little bit longer than the ones in One Piece. And now let's look at the female outfit. So Special Admiral of the Open Ocean dress uniform female. And this one's going for 70 mil, 80 mil, and basically 100 mil. So this one's definitely up there in price. I think this one's overpriced. I think they should wait for this outfit to drop to... I think this outfit should be between 50 and 60 mil max. It is logical for female outfits to cost more than the male ones. That's usually the case most of the time in Mabinogi. So that's not too unusual. But I don't think I'd pay 70 mil for this. It's just not, it just doesn't look worth it to me. I'd prefer the price to go down by 10, 15, 20 mil, something like that. So maybe wait a little while on that one. And now let's take a look at the Special Admiral of the Open Ocean uniform for male. This one's a little bit different than the other one we looked at. So this one's going on sale for 15 mil, 20 mil, 25 mil, 27 mil. So anywhere from 15 to 27 mil. That's actually not too bad in price. It's a lot better than the other outfit price. The other one was going for like 45 mil and up. And it basically looks the same, but this part is a little bit shorter and the pants are a little bit shorter. So as far as being a One Piece fan goes, this is the part where I'm kind of conflicted about which outfit I like better. Because I like the other outfit better because it has longer pants, which is kind of good. But I like this one better because the top part is definitely closer to what the Admiral outfit in One Piece looks like. Like the other top coat part is too long, whereas this one's closer to how it actually looks in the anime. So I don't know. I like both of them in different ways. They're both good outfits in different ways. I'm not sure which one I'd go for. Now let's look at the female outfit next. Okay, so no one's actually selling this one, so I can't get a fair read on this one. In my personal opinion, I don't see much difference between the way this one looks and the way the other one looks. It does look like this one's going for a little bit cheaper. It looks like it went for 55 mil recently. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Sometimes the auction house has been wrong on things like that in the past. But if it is about 55, 60 mil, that's definitely a lot better. That's definitely a lot better price than the other one. Okay, so let's reset the search, and we're going to take a look at the face accessories next. So there's the Open Ocean hair piece. Let's take a look at that. So there's only one of these on sale right now, and it's going for 2.5 mil. Let's go ahead and preview that. Well, my cat ear is kind of going through the blue part of it there, but yeah, it looks okay, I guess. I'm not a huge fan of this face accessory, but I can't really complain about the price. I think, like, for a new face accessory item, anything like 3 or 4 mil or under is just fine. Like, anything basically under 5 mil for a new face accessory is a perfectly reasonable price, in my opinion. I don't really think that's a big problem. Let's look at the Open Ocean sunglasses. Yeah, the sunglasses are a bit higher in price. These are 16 mil. And again, there's only one of them on sale. This face accessory definitely looks a lot better than the other one. But I'm not really sure 16 mil is a good price for this. Like, it feels like that's a little high to me for such a small face accessory. I don't know, it feels like this face accessory should be closer to 10 mil, like between like maybe 8 and 12 mil max. It's too bad we don't have, like, other, like... It's too bad only one of them is being listed for each face accessory, because we don't really have any other prices to compare them to. Okay, so next we'll take a look at the hat items. So, Admiral of the Ocean Dress Cap. Okay, Admiral of the Open Ocean Dress Cap. So we have 5 of these on sale. There's one for 2 mil, 3.5 mil, and 4.5 mil. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see how it looks. I don't know, I'm not a real big fan of most hats in general, and I don't really feel the need to get this one, but I won't complain about the price. Like, the price is more than reasonable. Like, 2 mil is perfectly fine, and even 3.5 mil is fine as well. Like I said, these are new items, and they're all under 5 mil. I think that's great. Like, that's okay. And now let's look at the Admiral of the Open Ocean Cap. So this one should look a little bit different. Oh wow, and this one's even cheaper. Looks about the same. I mean, it has a little bit of a different style to it, but I probably like it just about the same as I like the other one. So it's going for 930,000, 949,000, and 1 mil. So, I mean, this one's the cheaper one if you want to get a cheap one. Okay, so last we'll see how expensive the second titles are. Because two of these second titles give +3 movement speed, so I'm expecting those to be overpriced, and I'll be surprised if I'm wrong on that. Let's check it out. So, the Whimsical Serenity title. We first. Okay, Whimsical Serenity second title coupon. And this is one of the ones that gives 3% movement speed. Okay, here it is. So, 120 mil, 125 mil, 260 mil, and 500 mil. So all of these are going for over 100 mil easily at the cheapest. And they go up to 500 mil in price. So this one is way overpriced at the moment. And there are currently 5 of them on sale. So this is the one that gives you the +10 music buff and the +13 music buff skill duration and the 3% movement speed. So next we'll be looking at the Whimsical Fury second title. So let's see how much this one is. This one's still actually pretty high up there too. I was actually expecting this one to be a little bit cheaper because it doesn't actually give, it gives only 1% movement speed instead of 3. I guess it is still pretty high, so it's going for 200 mil, 160 mil, 174 mil, and 250 mil. That's a lot of gold. And yeah, this one gives you 1% movement speed and plus 3 critical damage and plus 26 max damage. Yeah, this one's not worth it at all. I mean, you're better off going for one of the second titles that gives you 3% movement speed. And last, we'll take a look at the Whimsical Wisdom second title coupon. And this one also gives 3% movement speed. Okay, so this one actually isn't on sale right now. But the auction house says its average recent price was 200 mil. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it probably is pretty close, seeing as all the other ones were going from 120 mil to 500 mil in price. And this one grants magic attack plus 45, magic casting speed plus 5%, and movement speed plus 3%. So it's safe to assume that this one's just as overpriced as the other two. So after both playing this gachapon and taking a look at the prices of some of the things in it, I think that this gachapon is pretty expensive and the rates are not too great. I think that if you want to aim for any of the items in it, the outfit pieces and the coats are probably the most valuable, just because of like the one-piece cosplays you could do with those alone. And so those are kind of the items that are really worth going for. It's not really worth going for the second titles, since they have the lowest drop rate in the gachapon, and they're all over 100 mil in price on the auction house. So overall, I don't know. I think this gachapon was... I think whether or not it's worth your money kind of just depends on if you if you want like the outfit pieces and the coats in it or not. Overall, though, I don't really think it's worth the price when you consider like the low rates for getting things and how expensive things are in this gacha. But yeah, this is the gachapon that basically lets you dress up like an admiral from One Piece and gives you second titles that everyone's fighting over. So that is the Open Ocean Box gachapon. And with that, I think we're going to end the live stream right about here. This is a good stopping point. So we usually do gacha talks every other Wednesday, so we probably won't do one next Wednesday, but we'll probably do one the Wednesday after that. And I will be playing Mabinogi again tomorrow.